Bought it for around a little over $230, renting it out for $2,300.
How much does that cash flow?
Right now, maybe 300.
Rents for about $3,800 a month.
How much are people actually making on rental properties? And how long does it take to even get the first one? Let's go to a meetup and actually ask people that. All right. What is your name and how can people find you?
So my name is Alex and my Instagram is just Alex Kamenetsky, one word.
And what is the first deal that you've done?
The first deal that I've done is an arbitrage unit in Clovis. Just got it on February 1st.
February 1st, that's like 3 weeks ago. I like it. Okay, and break down the numbers for me. What does it rent for?
So it rents for about $3,800 a month.
And what do you rent it for?
So my rent is $2,100 before all the expenses, and I'm renting it for $3,800.
Gotcha. And then what are you putting in to furnish?
I have to do the exact budgeting on it, but it's about $10K in furnishings.
How much do you expect to cash flow on that per month?
We're trying to get about $1,000 a month. That's the goal, at least $1,000.
Which means that you can make your entire capital back
In a year.
First year.
Yep.
That's a solid deal. What are you looking for now?
So now we are just looking for more subject to deals. So we're currently doing subject to and seller financing. If you come across any negative equity deals, we love those.
Like, what the heck is negative equity?
Negative equity is somebody that bought a house and they're trying to sell it. Say they bought it for $300,000. Now they're trying to sell it for $330,000, right? And now this is going to be negative equity because of all the agent commissions and all that kind of stuff. So we can actually come in and help pay that off, so they're not upside down on the property.
So if you have a deal that you could potentially not get your money back on, aka negative equity, hit up Alex. I'll link it all down below. What is your name and how can people find you?
My name is Sarm Ali. You can find me on Instagram at Remy_Ali.
And what was your first deal?
My first deal was a condo townhouse, 3-bedroom, 1-bath outside of Chicago, probably 30, 40 minutes outside of Chicago in an area called Bolingbrook. I do Section 8 there, so I got a little more than the 1% rule.
And how much did you buy it for?
$160.
And how much does it rent for?
We just renewed the tenant in November for $1,825.
Cool. So what is that cash flow?
I think we're cash flowing a little over $600,
Dude,
$650.
are you first?
Yeah.
Obviously now you've renewed the tenant, and I'm sure
We're doing good. We're doing good. And then shortly after that, I bought my second property in a similar neighborhood, but it was a 4-bedroom, 2-bath ranch-style house. And again, I got the 1% rule. Bought it for around a little over $230,000 and renting it out for $2,300.
And what is that cash flow?
That cash flows around $700. Yeah,
Those are freaking solid deals, man.
Hey, honestly, and this is all because of this guy right here. I went to his first meetup and met everybody that I was supposed to who was doing it already before me. So I didn't make up the game plan. I didn't make up the blueprint. I just copied someone else's and met them and built that relationship. So that's how I was able to make it happen.
I like it. And last question, what are you buying now?
Ooh, man, I got the shiny object syndrome, so I'm looking into the Central Valley for possibly a midterm rental. Shout out Jesse Vasquez.
I mean, everyone here is in the Central Valley right now, so.
But yeah, I'm looking at mostly also in the Midwest as well too for single family homes, some smaller multifamilies as well. But yeah, my eyes are everywhere right now, so I need to narrow down that tunnel vision.
Hi, my name is Kevin. You can find me on Instagram at KevApostol, KEVAPOSTOL.
And what was your first deal?
So my first deal was doing rental arbitrage. So I found a apartment unit in the South Bay area. I was looking for it to get into short-term rentals and also like midterm rents. So I found one when calling them so I got a list for around like 50 to 60 apartment units out there. So it's just like taking the time to call them up, presenting your business that you have corporate company that you would like to have it leased.
Let's break down the numbers. That was your first apartment complex that you got the yes for the arbitrage. How much do you rent per month?
So the first unit rents around $2,400 to $2,600.
Say $2,500 for rent. And then how much did you pay to furnish the unit?
It's around $10,000.
Okay. And then what does it bring in per month in rent?
So I get rents out there to around $4,000. So I think at least like 1.5.
Okay, so $1,500 in profit. Would you do anything differently to pick your market at all?
I would try to invest in out of the state and also try to explore in creative ways in acquiring properties.
My name is Irish Abbott. You can find me on Instagram at irish.abbott or LinkedIn and Facebook, just first name, last name, Irish Abbott.
What was the first deal you ever bought?
Oh man, first deal I ever bought was out of state in Huntsville, Alabama. Long-term rents, still have the property today.
And what did you buy it for?
Bought the property for $130,000.
And it rents for?
$1,350.
So how much does that cash flow?
Right now, maybe 300, something like that. I forgot about it.
Okay. And how long did it take you from thinking about wanting to invest to then actually executing?
Ooh, that's a really great question. First came across end of the year of 2020, and then I decided, turn of the year 2021 that I was going to purchase my first out-of-state property by summer. So I started taking action, I guess, end of January, interviewing property managers. Well, before that, I started analyzing markets, trying to figure out my criteria, and then from there, interviewing agents, property managers, my core four, as they call it.
What is the one piece of advice you would give someone who is looking to buy their first investment property?
Just do it. Don't overthink, just do it. Action kills doubt, 100%. Once you start doing it, all of the unknown questions that you have, you'll find answers to. Just do it.
Okay, so real quick, what is your name?
My name's Michael Bennett.
How can people find you?
They can't find me, man. There's no way to find me.
And then the other thing that started this whole conversation was you have an amazing seller finance deal. And this story just goes to show that deals could happen anywhere at any time.
Yes.
So what's the 30-second backstory on this deal?
Just always be looking for a deal and tell your family what you're doing. And so my aunt had a house that was a dump and my cousin was living there. And I always said, hey, when your granddaughter leaves there, I want the house and let me know. And her granddaughter left, my cousin, and she hit me up and was like, hey, I'm ready to sell. And I said, well, the only way I can make this work is if you owner finance it to me for a year with 0 payments. And so there'll be a balloon in 12 months. She trusted me, and that's what happened.
And that is, I don't know, to me that's the best case of a win-win scenario. If you can figure out exactly whatever the seller, whether it be your family or friend, may need, you can solve their problem, make it a clear win-win for you, and so there's no payments for a year, and yet everyone walks away with exactly what they want.
And that's what happened. So she got what she wanted. She asked for $250. I said, no problem, do that for you. And the only thing I needed was a year of no payments so I could get the house renovated and turn over, refinance, pay her back.
That's an amazing. You let me know in the comments if you would do that deal.
I'm here in the East Bay. I'm looking for another house. I'm just here. I'm a contractor, so something that I can pick up and renovate and try to do the same thing.
I like it. So that's proof in the pudding. If you are looking just in terms of doing your next deal, doing your first deal, whatever it may be, tell everybody about it because you never know.
Yeah. Always put yourself out there. Everybody says you're lucky, but you got to put yourself in lucky positions.
I 100% agree with that. Congrats, man.
Thank you.
This is a good meetup.
Thank you. Yeah, it was pretty good turnout. I was talking to somebody about hosting another one for next month. That's going to happen on a Saturday, March 25th. Potentially at a park, at a nice venue, and it'll probably be potluck style.
Are you doing more of the meetups? Why the meetups? All that good stuff.
Well, to be honest, I was inspired by you. Yeah. No, you host some awesome meetups. And I was like, okay, he's already taken second Wednesday of the month. I can't do that. I'm like, so maybe the third Wednesday of the month, but also East Bay. But really, being part of the David Green team, I think we want to be a part of the community a little bit more. Obviously, we're agents, we're realtors, but a lot of us are investors too. And I enjoy having conversations with investors, seeing what they're doing, keeping up to date with local market trends, all of that stuff. So just being a part of the community a lot more.
The one feedback I got for our event is that, and it's positive feedback, is that a lot of people are actually active investors. And I will say the same about her meetup, is that a lot of people here are also active investors.
Yeah.
So if you want to avoid the fluff, and there's a lot of fluff on meetup.com, unfortunately. So, did a good job.
Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, that's all.
For the sake of the YouTube video, just so you know, that was obviously done in different days because it is now daytime. But if you enjoyed that video, please like and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions for questions that I should ask on the next meetup, leave them in the comments below. By the way, if you are in California, in the Bay Area, I also host meetups myself once a month. So if you want more information on that, you can click my website. Anyways, my name is Josh Baldovino. I'm a real estate investor and a marketer. And if you want another video similar to this where I ask people what their cash flow goal is, make sure you click right here. See you guys in the next one.